here we are at Bunker Hill. We won't be going in today. Typically they open up at 10 a.m. but being off season, it's March 5th by the way, we are not open until 1, and I have several other stops to go to. But if you come here, there's your entrance. I've actually never even been in there because I always seem to pick the times where they're off season. On season keeps me busy at my own museum, so a little understanding right there. So we're actually on Breeds Hill right here, and the Bunker Hill is over to my left that way, but obviously you can't see too much right now. It's a nice monument. Fitting. We'll take a walk around the grounds to see some of the spots that you want to see. The battle here took place on June 17th, 1773. You see, we're in the northeast corner here, as this says. And more of the breastworks that were being thrown up to block from the British coming towards the way we're facing right now. We'll go ahead and go this way so you can get an idea to see where the water is, which is basically all around us. We're not an island, but we're not far from it. There's a bridge in between the two buildings right there, so that's where the British were actually coming from the south. There is another bridge over there right by the TD Garden Center. If you're a Boston sports fan, you may have been there. It's a small area, even though everything you see here barely had any residents living on the property. It was farmland that actually had fences and such put around it. So the Battle of Bunker Hill took place 2 months after the siege of Boston had actually started. So basically when Lexington and Concord were over, we pushed the British back into Boston, which is the way we're facing right now. And when they were in Boston, we put a siege onto the city, so basically contain them within Boston and try to find a way to get them out. And this was that area. So here's the southeast corner. Nice helicopter going by right now. That's what you get for being in the city. Don't fire until you see the whites of their eyes. Now who actually said that? You know, was it General Warren, General Putnam, Colonel Stark, or Colonel Prescott? It's unsure exactly who actually said that and who started relaying the messages across, or even if it was actually said at all. If it was said, it's definitely something that worked, because what happened was the British had actually taken 3 waves up here. The first 2 waves were fought off. The first wave was actually a diversionary tactic that General Howe, who was the British commander-in-chief at now, he just took over from General Gage, who was thought to be too weak to handle the colonists, the rebelling colonists. But as a diversionary tactic, the first wave went from over to this way. We're facing the monument right now, so it's over this way. And they wanted to flank from over on this way, on the other side of the monument. They were a little too slow to regroup and bring in the second wave, so the colonists were ready for that second wave. And it was a very similar outcome to the first. They had actually had to back off. It was on that third wave that it actually succeeded, and the one and only reason it actually did succeed was because of the powder. The colonists, or the militiamen, had actually run out of powder, so they could no longer fight anymore, and ended up taking on the British at that point. So here we are at the rear of the monument. It's pretty tall, give them that much. It's really nice. I've yet to see it from Boston Harbor, and I would really like to. I think most of the sites, especially Revolutionary War sites, right from the harbor, are definitely something worth their while to check out, or at least worth mine. All right, we're circling down around here, so the video is going to come to an end. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share. Help me share the history. This is one stop of 5 stops planned for today. I'm not sure I'll make them all. We're in Boston, obviously, and there's a couple spots here that are just past the anniversary date or on anniversary date that we're going to visit. So stay tuned. Thank you.